Thanks for staying with us. Decades of global collaboration have brought the world closer than ever to ending polio. Yet, the final stretch remains the hardest. While Nigeria proudly earned its polio-free certification in 2020, sporadic outbreaks and lapses in vaccination coverage remind us that the fight is far from over. Some believe we are witnessing the finish line of one of humanity's longest public health battles. Others warn that complacency could reverse years of hard-won progress. On Let's Talk this Tuesday, we'll examine where we truly stand in the campaign to completely eradicate polio, the milestones achieved, the gaps that persist, and how renewed civic responsibility, advocacy, and partnerships can help sustain the victory for generations to come. Our guest, Rotarian Prince Henry Akinyele, is a passionate advocate for global health and a member of the National Polio Plus Committee 2019 to 2020. His steadfast service has earned him distinguished recognitions, including the Excellent Service Award from Nigeria's National Polio Plus Committee and the Regional Service Award for a Polio-Free World, that's 2024 to 2025, honoring his vital, non-financial contributions to the cause of polio-free world. Welcome to the show, sir. Prince Henry.
Thank you very
I like
much.
the name.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
for having me.
let's I like the work you're doing when it comes to polio, but do you think we're really close to eradicating polio totally? And what have we missed so far that we're still having pockets of, the disease here and there?
Yes, thank you very much once again. I thank you for having me. Yes, we are closer than ever. We are very, very close to polio, eradicating polio. And you will agree with me that when this initiative was funded by Rotary, exactly in the 1988, started just some years before, and there were cases like over 1,000 cases per day of polio. But now, statistics shows that we have maybe an average of less than 100 in a year globally. Okay. So you will agree with me that we are close to eradicating polio. Okay. And so, however, we understand the fact that we are still at risk. Every child is still at risk if we still have polio endemic in some areas. From over the 125 countries, that we're fighting polio, we have just 2 countries being endemic, but Afghanistan and Pakistan. So we've done a lot. It's so significant that we are very close to ending polio.
Okay. I thought there was a one announcement at some time that we're polio free. Was that truly done?
Yes, we've been able to eradicate polio here in Nigeria and in Africa, Okay. So, like I said, it's only very endemic. The wild polio virus is only endemic in Afghanistan and Pakistan. So we are polio free in a way, technically.
So it's right to say congratulations for the work you guys have been doing so far, even though we still know that there's more work to be done. But we want to find out today, what factors are being overlooked that continues to keep polio on the maps in certain regions?
Yes, I will say that there's a gap, and I will refer to this as accessibility, because I will say that the vaccine is available. Okay. Yeah, and then we have our children, they are here, but how do we assess them? That is the gap. And then when you look at it, if every child is being able to, immunize just immediately when it's being given birth to, then, maybe by now we won't be talking about polio. So when you look at this accessibility, what are the causes? So even in Nigeria here, where the variant, the polio variant is predominant, is where we have conflicts, where we have these insurgencies. There's no accessibility. Where we have so these are the areas. So when there are conflicts, when there are issues around, within the zones, so assessing these children would definitely be very difficult. The mothers cannot take out their children for immunizations. The health workers cannot assess the student to immunize them. So that's a very big challenge that we have here. And so when you look at the battle we have in Nigeria here, it's predominant in Zamfara, in all those areas where we have that particular issue. you know, and so also we won't run away from the fact that there's misinformation.
Okay.
You know, that people don't want to bring out their children for immunizations. People will say all kind of things about the vaccines. Some will even say it's a game to reduce population, you know, and all that. People will say all that. But the truth is, I mean, when this initiative started in around 1987, 88, you know, the population of Nigeria was about 80,000. I mean, 80 million thereabout, and now we are about 220 million. So if it is a vaccine that will reduce our population, we won't be having this kind of rapid growth. I mean, you will agree with me that children born around that region, 88, 90, they're now over 30 and also giving birth. So it's not. So, but that misinformation is still there, and we are trying to, as much as possible, as a body, as an organization, Rotary, who is the forefront of fighting this polio, to create awareness, to let people realize that it is not also true. And it was also, there could be at times where there are shortages in vaccines, where we have them, because it's not being manufactured locally here.
Yeah.
It has to be imported. So we still have those challenges there, here and there. And low immunization, routine immunizations, I think there are some areas that our vaccinators are unable to get to. There are so remote areas that to access them are so difficult for health workers, the immunizers, to reach.
Yeah.
So these are also some of the challenges you are talking about. And when we even look at our own environment here, even within Lagos and Ogun State, there are too many gated estates. You understand? So when we call for immunizations, it's not easy for vaccinators, to health workers to access those. You see, most of them, you have to, before you can go in, you have to call, or you have to get a code and all the rest, and so difficult for them to access. So these are some of the factors that are challenges to getting everybody immunized or vaccinated.
What can communities do to, to maintain this vigilance of and ensure that Nigeria remains polio-free? Based on the things that you have said, what can you suggest to communities or Nigerians that they need to now do?
Yes, I would say that number one, we need to, the communities, the Nigerians, we need to prioritize sensitizations and creating awareness within our locality about this particular virus, and also assist Rotary, in mobilizing our women, to bring out their children for immunization. It is very important that Nigerians and communities are involved in that. We must also appeal to Nigerians, to communities, to also be very vigilant, serve as surveillance when there are cases like this. We still have these cases, this variant. So when there are cases, it should be reported immediately so that we can quickly arrange immunizations and mitigate all those other things that could allow the outbreak. So all those things are part of the things the community must do. And they could also help in advocacy, because we need to reach out to our leaders, imam, pastors, local governments, Minister of Health, Commissioner of Health, because when people see these big wigs, these personalities, they can also associate. If they associate with this campaign, then people will also want to bring out their children and all that. So it's easy to go through the community to assess, most especially the traditional rulers. There are some rules, there are some traditions and customs in some areas that assessing married women and all that, it's not allowed. So if you are able,
Wow.
So if you're able to get traditional rulers and head of markets and all that, it's going to also help. Just like what we did in our districts of recent, I forgot to mention to you that I am currently the district governor of Rotary International District 9111, covering part of Lagos and Ogun State. Thank you very much. Yes, so supervising all the clubs within here. So of recent, just last week, we had to show the market to install the yellow jars, as our ambassadors, so that they can also support us to push this. So there are some of the things that we do, and we must not also forget that hygiene, sanitation is also very important. We still have open defecation here around also, and we are prone to, I mean, such an outbreak if we are not careful. So the communities, just like she asked, can also support us, you know, in terms of making our environment clean and disallow open defecations and all the rest. So there are some of the things,
Yeah, so I remember serving, I think I worked with a polio campaign when I think I just finished secondary school or something, where we made money. Yes, we were the ones that would go and knock the door and talk to them while the nurse would carry the small cooler and then they put it in the... And it's just interesting. I felt really like when they announced that Nigeria was completely polio free. So it was very surprising when you said that we might still have, if we don't continue to consistently immunize, vaccinate. Is it vaccine or immunize?
The best one should be vaccine.
Vaccinate.
You know? So when we vaccinate, then when it works, then that child is immunized.
So when we vaccinate the children. So my thoughts would then be that for areas where, the core areas where you notice that you might not have access to children, or children don't have access to hospitals, and there is no direct, quick contact to these children, is there anything else that can be done to ensure that we get them on board? Like, what I'm saying is, we know that it's prevalently within the north. We have the northern Nigeria where you can't even access them because the locations, the women are secluded, hospitals are very far from where people are staying. What else can be done to support the maintenance of our status as polio free?
Well, I think those are some of the things that I've also mentioned. The fact remains that every child must be immunized.
Is there age limits to when the immunization can be done?
Yes, it's supposed to be between 0 and 5.
Okay.
So that is why Rotary is also doing a lot in terms of introducing pluses, where we go to all these remote areas, all these areas you have talked about. For instance, we go as far as digging a borehole, giving them mosquito nets, encourage
them to come out.
Exactly, to encourage them to come out. So those are some of the things we have also introduced to making sure that every child is immunized.
Is it also a one-time immunization?
Yes.
Once you are immunized, you are vaccinated, you are vaccinated for life.
Yes, you are vaccinated for life, you know, but it's a routine thing, you know. I mean, there's no excess of it. So, and every time when we have these immunizers around them, it's also good. I mean, vaccinators are around. It's also good that you bring out your child and is being immunized. And just like one thing I must also mention is that technically, you know, you said it, yes, Africa is polio free, Nigeria is polio free. But there are 3 strains, you know, of this virus, which are very, I mean, they are white polio virus. So the type 2 and type 3 of it has gone totally from the surface of the earth. We only have the type 1 remaining. But there's still other virus we call the variant, which we still see. That is when we have the outbreaks in Nigeria.
The ones that are mutating.
Yeah, that mutating. Thank you very much. And so that is why every child needs to be, so we shouldn't really, technically we should not run away, relate on our effort to say that, Nigeria is polio free now, everybody is free.
We need to still keep working.
So because that variant can still paralyze the child and can still do that, can still cause the death of this child. So there's a need for us to continue to do that until when it is totally eradicated from the surface of the earth.
Yeah, well done. You are doing such an amazing job as a club, and I think you guys are supplying some of these things for free. You're getting international aid to do that for free for the hospitals.
I must make this clarification that it was the initiative of Rotary, you know, back
international.
I mean, to eradicate polio from the surface of the earth, starting from early 1979 when they went to Philippines to immunize children and all that, until when they took up the initiative around 1988 and came up with the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. And we have the support of partners like WHO, UNICEF, and of President Bill and Melinda Gates. So it's a sole program of Rotary. And when it was started, the experts estimated about $120 million for the program and all that. By the time the program started exactly in 1980, Rotary has raised over $247 million. And as of today, Rotary has spent over $2.1 billion on this project. So,
amazing.
So Rotary has been in the forefront. We must give thanks to our partners as well.
Yeah.
Recently, Bill and Melinda Gates is also supporting Rotary to save for every dollar donated by a Rotarian, by Rotary to eradication of polio. He will match it with $2.
That's amazing.
So that is why we've been striving every year to making sure that we raise at least $50,000 so that we can have another $100,000 from Bill and Melinda Gates. So it's a program of Rotary, and so we get. It's being funded by us, it's being funded by Rotary.
And I just wanted to clarify that. Congratulations and well done. We've been speaking with Rotarian Prince Henry Akinyele, and Nigeria is polio free, but we have to keep working because we have some mutants and some strains that we want to enter, just sneak in. So we need to be vigilant and we need to keep working and see how we can liaise with the communities, the local governments, to see those interior places, their ability to be able to get the vaccinations across to their children. Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions today.
Sorry, just in seconds before I leave,
we have to go.
I must also mention, pay a tribute to one of our ambassadors that we lost just a few days. Akinloye Tufumo Sugar. Aki is one of our ambassadors, and as last week, he still did a video to campaign against polio, and it's quite unfortunate. And we lost him, so it's a big loss to us in Rotary.
Sorry about that. Thank you, sir, for joining us today to share, and congratulations on your new position in the Rotary Club. And thank you, ladies, for your contributions today for the show. That's all we can take on the show today. Join us tomorrow for another interesting one. Bye-bye now.